Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and I am a fellow creator, so I should probably say hello, fellow creators, or hello, creators in general. If you've not watched a video in this channel for a while, it's because we have not published a video in this channel for a while. If you'd not caught the news, we effectively have hosted our first Creator Advocate event, an event series that was effectively refined in the middle of 2017 to focus specifically on creators. It was an event series formerly known as Vlogger Fair. That's not coming back. And it's not because the spirit of Vlogger Fair wasn't there, because we intend on doing some of the things in a similar capacity moving forward throughout the years as we did with Vlogger Fair in the past. It's just that we found that the core community, the core group of people that wanted our event over and over and over again, weren't necessarily the fans of creators, as it turns out, but the creators themselves. So that's the community we're going to focus on. I just published a live video on our Facebook page, which does have a few thousand people watching. I have, been keeping everybody up to speed specifically on that Facebook page, as well as through email updates over the past few months. We just wrapped up the hosting of our first pop-up event that happened about a week or so ago here in the Seattle area at Adobe, where we hosted an event last year. We have every intention on creating even more events for creators throughout 2018, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to stream this video live for everybody today, knowing full well that many people may not tune in for this particular live video. It starts somewhere, so here's where it begins. I pretty much said the same thing in the Facebook page, but I'm not exactly sure where the creator community is going to be more inclined to follow, whether that be on YouTube in this channel, the Creator Advocate channel, or on Facebook, and I can stream live video into Facebook just as easily through my desktop application in this particular camera apparatus. I wanted to begin by offering you an opportunity to ask me anything on an ongoing basis, whether you're able to catch the live videos or not. And it's my hope to be able to just begin somewhere right here. And that's exactly the suggestion that I gave somebody who was watching one of my normal live video streams, because even though I'm a creator, I do happen to have at least one community out there who turns to me for a certain kind of advice. Usually it's technology-related advice, but I'm inclined to see technology more as an enabler, not a destination. So it's less interesting to me to talk about what make and model this camera happens to be, or the microphone, or the computer, and talk more about the power of being able to harness that to achieve a goal. And the question someone posed of me is, how do I start? Where do I begin? What do I need to do? I mean, what can I do if I want to do these types of videos? And there's no right answer. There's no proper answer. It always comes down to just doing it. So I have an intention on doing live video on a regular basis for you, for free, and not just if you're supporting this endeavor on CreatorAdvocate.com, though if you are, you'll get access to a chat room that's open 24/7, a specific chat room for creators or fellow internet entrepreneurs in general, those who swim within this world of social media and have tried to carve out a career or a path, or are trying to learn and master these tools at our disposal. CreatorAdvocate.com is still there for you to be able to support this particular endeavor. But beyond that, my recommendation for him was somewhat varied, but it came down to just one thing: doing it. So as much as I could sit here and in my head go, well, what I need to do is this, this, and this, and then write out a plan that would be perfectly executed, inevitably I thought, I could wait until 2018 before I do a live video, or I could just do it right now. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to do it right now, just at this very moment. I decided to start spinning up an Ask Me Anything series specific to creators, or for creators, as a creator myself, as someone who has to deal with the ins and outs of business, the constant changes that happen. This particular person asked me, how he would be able to do tech videos, and my initial response was, wow, there are a lot of people who want to do tech videos out there. But then again, there are a lot of people who probably want to do the same kind of videos that you want to do. If it's video, maybe it's writing, maybe you're still doing the blogging thing. That is still a thing, although it's somewhat different now than it was about a decade ago. Maybe you want to do the podcasting thing. You just want to create. So my recommendation, to him wasn't specific to technology, but, taking a step back and recognizing not just what other people were creating, but recognizing what he could create, what he could do, taking his approach. Maybe he wants to emulate another creator out there, and some people do that, although I still recommend not doing that. You've got to find your own voice, and you may not find it immediately. You have to trip through it. You have to find your comfort zone. You're going to do things differently. Embrace that. Don't reject it. You can do things well today, and maybe you can do them even better a year from now, but that shouldn't keep you from starting, from just doing it. And sometimes we have what they call analysis paralysis, where we think of the problem so much we can't think past the problem to at least start working towards a solution. So I suggested, well, look at what you've got around you. So his particular topic of interest was technology. Not necessarily my interest in technology, because, again, I look at technology as an enabler, not a destination. I said, well, look around you. What have you got around you? What do you know? What do you like? What do you want to talk about? At least begin there. And then over time, you will hopefully receive feedback from a group of people that have come to appreciate your approach or your style or the way that you do things. How you edit videos, if you choose to edit videos. How you do them live. Whatever your voice happens to be able to harness that around that topic of interest is critical to be able to grow. It's not in the really ill-advised, leaving a comment and suggesting that people subscribe to you. That's probably the absolute worst thing you could do. I'm sitting here telling you that, knowing full well that you've probably done something like that before. The best way to get new subscribers is to make content, to do it, and not to ask necessarily, but to actually create something that, asks in and of itself. Or it leads people to want to subscribe to you, to want to follow you, to interact with you if they are so inclined, to leave comments, to like the video, whatever it happens to be. And that metric is going to be different no matter who you are. What you may determine to be a success may be radically different from what I would determine to be a success. But it all starts with you starting and trying and looking at what's around you and taking that and making something come of it, and then adjusting as you go along. So I don't even know if a creator community exists. I mean, I'm sure it does. But a creator community that would be further engaged by what it is that I might be able to share with you. My discoveries, my responses, my advice, practical hands-on experience in having done a great many things. But at my core, I'm a creator. I try to look past those inhibitions to just create, even though I know full well that there are probably not a lot of people watching this live video, and that's okay. I'm still going to consider it a success. Why? Because I did it. And that's where a lot of people stop. They don't get past that point because they're looking for perfection. I'm sitting here telling you I am the least perfect creator out there today, and you may have seen the best of the worst, but trust you me. Believe you me. Trust me. Even when I mix my my sayings, hopefully you don't mind. I'm not going to go back and edit that out. Why? Because I'm playing to my strengths. I don't like editing video. So if you look to me for the most amazing video tips, don't. Although I will tell you that my intention is, in 2018, one of the monthly webinars for the CreatorAdvocate.com subscribers is going to be specifically around video editing tips, especially for beginners, and then we'll be able to step through it. I'm just making guesses as to what it is that you may want, really guided by the questions that you may ask of me, if you even have any questions. And if you don't, then it's just going to be me talking on a regular basis, possibly weekly. If enough of a community is there, possibly even more frequently than weekly. But I'm absolutely at least going to try to dispense my advice on a regular basis, specifically for creators, and to do it in a free capacity. It starts with this, and it starts with you. So if you haven't started, start. And I'm assuming you've started because you are a creator. If you have a question for me, feel free to ask. I would assume the question's not something that could be easily answered by a quick a search engine query. I'm not your personal search engine. Hopefully you would never treat someone like that, because that's where you can, actually tap into their aspect or their take on a particular topic, whether it be, about being a creator, in my case, or something that's specific to their particular background. Yeah, I've done a lot. I've seen a lot, and I continue to do a lot, and hopefully you do as well. Don't find yourself caught behind analysis paralysis, if nothing else. Just do it and figure out how it's going to work from there. It may work, it may not, but at least you did it. This may have worked, it may have not, but at least I did it. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for potentially asking questions that may be used as fodder for future videos. If this community is still just kind of taking off, well, I'll be able to pull in questions from around the greater community to better be able to address concerns. The house is hopefully settling. At least I assume that's what the cracking noise is. I got to find an expert out there in houses settling. Hopefully the house is not going to be torn asunder. It would not be a great way to end a live video. Wouldn't be surprising. You never know what's going to happen with a live video. But thank you for tuning in, whether or not it was live. I do love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.